Today, impeachment investigators from the House of Representatives released transcripts from two key witnesses that they have heard from. One is Gordon Sondland. He is the Trump administration's ambassador to the European Union. The other is Kurt Volker, who is a very significant diplomat who recently resigned his post. The most important thing that we learned is that Gordon Sondland very recently revised in a significant way the testimony that he gave to the House. His attorneys supplied the House with a new 3-page document. It's a sworn statement from Gordon Sondland in which he significantly changes his account, and he says he did so based on the opening statements of two additional witnesses. He said after reading those statements, his recollection was refreshed, and he recognized and remembered new details that he previously was unaware of or had not remembered. Volker was among the very first witnesses that came forward during this impeachment inquiry, and he was especially significant because you'll recall that he turned over text messages between himself, Gordon Sondland, and a third ambassador named Bill Taylor. And one of those text messages exchanges caught his special attention, and that is where Bill Taylor says to Gordon Sondland, "I think it would be crazy to withhold military aid for the purposes of a political campaign." And Sondland then replies, "There's no quid pro quo, and the president has been very clear about his intentions." And we have learned now from Sondland's own testimony that he was relying on the president and the president's assertion that there was no quid pro quo when he sent that text back to Bill Taylor. It's not really clear what additional repercussions could come. There's obviously already been a groundswell of potentially damaging testimony, not just from Sondland, but from Bill Taylor. And so this certainly fleshes out the portrait, and I think it's clear that most of the anxiety from the witnesses is centering less on Trump per se than on Giuliani, because Giuliani is the person who is being described by Sondland and by others as really having driven this effort and served as this go-between and proxy between the administration and Ukraine, and he is the person who is telling the diplomats this is a strategy we're going to be implementing.